guys want to be seen by the world.
I'm not sure if I'm referring to no, Justin, not the frame. How can we get him in the frame?
I can scoot back a little bit, and Justin can scoot in.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Okay, because we need him in the frame.
Now, how about this? What the heck is that?
It's fine.
Yeah, we're in the
For our
frame.
neighbors. Is there a go live button on there? Somewhere?
Yes, I see it, but
Press that when you're ready.
let me do the
So yeah, Facebook is running already. You need more leverage on that right here.
we can hear it from here, even probably from where he's at. When they call in live.
You got it.
Okay.
If there's any way, just move it out the way.
And this will be the number in case we all forget to call in live. We can tell them. I gave it to you guys, but just
Got it.
there we go.
Any questions before we start, gentlemen? Comments? Nothing? Cool.
Good.
You sure?
Wait, so who's gonna be interviewing us?
No, I'm not gonna really. We're gonna have an open dialogue.
Oh, okay,
yeah, I
open
don't like
dialogue.
the whole
Okay.
do end of thing. Not like, hey, so I'm gonna say a few things, yeah, but you know what I'll be like, hey, what color do you like now? All right, so
You wanna
the
start
countdown.
Facebook
Okay.
Then just go live. Blue button, blue. That's fine.
It's on live.
Hey, and we are live.
I'll let you know you're on radio live. Now you're
Okay.
on social media live.
Well, social media live. So it'll actually be broadcasted to the radio. We
Okay.
got a lot of college people calling. It's Saturday, so I don't know. Sometimes when I come in, because I'm a part of the other show, they have other shows here with people. Venus and Mars. The weekdays are different, so it's a Saturday. But whoever's here is press, is people out there.
Yes,
We are
sir.
totally not complaining. All right, so that's it. So are we on radio? Hey, what's up? Social media guys are here. I am here with Creative Tribe, and they are here today, and we are totally gonna just have like a really entertaining, uplifting, inspiring show. Hey, someone King's Run and Stormy Weather joined. Someone's already joined us, guys.
Hey, what's up,
And-
everyone?
Yeah, hey, so what's up? And these guys are gonna tag their people and tell all their people to come on, and we're all just gonna be on.
Is that on the Creative Tribe?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Is that Megan Thee Stallion? What happened?
Yeah, but that's not what I was looking for. Okay, it's an old freak, big old freak or something.
Oh, these guys don't play big old freak. Cool.
Oh, jeez.
It's a clean version.
Oh, jeez.
Play the dirty version.
I played it dirty. My guest wants dirty. I always tell him clean. I always tell him clean.
Look, we grown.
Yeah, I always tell him clean.
We got all the clean already set up. The folders on here. I like the dirty too myself.
So how do just if I go live on my Instagram, it just stays live? I am savvy sometimes.
Yeah, it'll stay live, but I think if you like go to our live, you can like request to join our live, and
Okay.
we'll all be on the same live.
So how do I go here?
Wait, Justin. Okay, there you go. It's live, and then you can do.
So how do I go here? Okay.
Wait, Justin. Okay, there you go. Live.
I'm sending you a live. I'm sending you a live.
Huh? Are we on?
Yeah,
We
the
are- we
radio's
totally
live.
are.
You're not online. I'll cue you guys.
Okay.
But the radio is not live. So like
Yeah.
they're gonna hear us in. So you know what?
It's all over the world.
One time, Howard University, that Friday, that Saturday, that Friday, Howard University was on.
What's up, Lene? I think he goes like that.
Somebody's got feedback. I hear feedback.
Is it? Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. Yeah, now it looks better.
Turn your volumes on. I'm hearing feedback.
You think so? That's not from us. Is that? No.
Something's. What's
I
up?
think it's feedback from us.
Y'all hear that?
I don't think so.
No, it's not feedback.
It's from here.
Something is.
Turn off the live.
I'm gonna turn it down.
You can mute your.
Oh, that's what it
You can
is.
mute your volume, can't you?
Yeah.
We should mute the volume.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's
Okay.
picking up. You want one record first? I'm gonna go right live after these.
Do the live straight directly after this, and then the record. And I told you that I wanted to tell my Whitney story and do Whitney songs because it was her birthday yesterday.
Okay, you want to go after her?
Yes, let's do it.
We're getting it together, y'all. We're getting it together.
We are, guys.
Okay, Lene said we are better. Right.
Uh-oh.
And Lene, as soon as I get done, I'm going to go work on that thing for you.
Hey, guys, what's going on? So I am totally live, and we are here with Creative Tribe, and we are going to have an uplifting, inspiring, fun show, and we're going to just talk about a whole host of things. So thank you guys who are already joining live, and make sure that you tag everyone else and tell them to join live because we're here. We want people to be live with us.
For sure, for sure.
So I have the two guys here from Creative Tribe, and we're going to just start off and just basically have them tell you what Creative Tribe is all about, guys. So what's that?
Yeah, for sure, man. First and foremost, thanks for bringing us on here.
You're welcome.
But yeah, so Creative Tribe is a creative production company. We primarily specialize in film, but for the most part, we are a creative agency that's all about collaboration, support, and making sure that we put out films and content that are a representation of people of color. It looks like we have an echo, is what Linnea is saying.
An echo?
Yeah,
okay, Linnea, thank you. Linnea, we're going to hire you as a production. What do you charge, Linnea? I turned it down just in case. Team Linnea, you're on the board.
But yeah, Justin?
Hi, I'm Justin. So I'm a writer, producer for Creative Tribe Media. Like Garrick said, film production. Right now, we have a couple of projects out, so we're just all about just getting into that space.
Right. So, as a filmmaker, some key things that Garrick said that was really cool is about collaboration. I had this on a previous show, like last week, that you'll have a lot of these platforms out. You'll have people on Meetup, and they'll say things like, "Oh, we're here." And we're supportive and whatnot. We need that. We really need companies who stand by their word and are supportive and, are willing to put out this content because it's so important for us to put out, our own content. This is why I big up a lot of those places. And I'll say again what I felt about ABFF Film Festival. I thought what Jeff Friday and his wife are doing out there in Miami is like incredible, phenomenal. I'll always go. I'll always make time to go to ABFF, guys. Have you guys been?
We haven't been.
No, not
So
yet.
next year we're going to go together. We're going to plan that, guys, and go and not cook all the healthy food. We'll just get this big bill and all of that. So totally, it's about that. And with this Creative Tribe, I just love it. What's the name behind Creative Tribe? What's the concept behind that? What's that?
Well, first, we were a creative page. That was something Garrick came up with. From just names that we've had. Of course, creative just speaks for itself. And then it evolved to Creative Tribe when we just thought about, again, the power of collaboration, and just wanting to create, again, a tribe of just creatives and entrepreneurs and artists that's all just looking for a community. So that's how we just have our tribe. So like on social media, we always say, tribe, what's up, tribe?
Cool. I love it. Yeah. And what I love about you guys, why I befriended you guys, is you actually answer people back and you act. You really, you interact, and so that's so important. So sometimes, like, I'll have people who hit me up on social media, and they're like, I'm just still emerging. I'm not ready. And they'll hit me up and be like, I don't believe you answered me back. So I recently met this young lady, and we're going to be like lifelong friends. We went out in Miami, and I would see her hit me up, and I would see like DMs in the box, and I was like, all right, I don't know, because sometimes those DMs can be crazy. Just because it's a woman doesn't mean it's okay. You know what I mean? It can still be. So people like, it's a chick, doesn't matter. Like, what is it? And it would always be just messages from her, and it turned out that now we're going to be lifelong friends. That's like my sister, Cleopatra is her name, and they're getting ready to do some wonderful things. And answering people back and being engaging to people was really good about Creative Tribe, and this is what I like about you guys. So what's going on with Creative Tribe? Is something behind us? What's out? You said a few projects that are out. What is out?
Yeah, so right now we have our first project that we did that's pretty much under Creative Tribe, which is Remember Wednesday. You guys can go on YouTube right now and watch that. Make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube. It is a 9-episode web series, pretty short, about 6 minutes apiece. And it is pretty much a drama thriller about 6 friends who come together to remember a friend who dies a very suspicious death. We released that in November of last year. It's been doing very well. We've gotten some great recognition for it. So shout out to everyone that has been supporting us on this journey. We also have a short film called Ghosted that we did with the AT&T Create-a-thon, and we actually won that. And we also have another short film that's in post-production right now that will be released probably, we're thinking, in the middle of September, and that one is called The Reading. It's a little bit on the dark side. It's like a supernatural short. So yeah, man. So we have a lot of stuff going on. We have a creative campaign that we are going to be launching in the fall, and it's just with that campaign, it's called Create Now, and it's really tied into who we are as Creative Tribe, which is support, collaboration, and really building a community. And so we think that that's one of the biggest important things when you're in this industry, is that you have to really have a community of support. You have to have a village behind you. And so that's something that we really stand strong in, is supporting others, and really like to just like build people up. I mean, it's hard doing this shit. Like this is not easy to be a creative, especially when you're trying to do it full time. Or when you're trying to do it and you have a full-time job going on. I mean, it's a lot. I mean, it costs money. It's taxing on your body. It's taxing on your health. Like, so it's really one of the things where it's really something where you can really feel alone if you do not have support and people that are behind you. So I know Lene, she's on here watching, so I have to tell her, thank you so much for all of your support, because she's been down with us since we were a whole nother production company, like back in like 2013.
Dedicated.
A dope makeup artist. And like she's been doing her thing. So yeah.
Hey, Saucy Vocals, I see you.
So yeah, so we have a few
you need to get
good things going on.
Right. So I hear you say that you're open for myself, I don't mind collaborating. What is gonna be the basis on what you take on? Because you know, when you put something open like that, a lot of people who are not creatives as we are, they, you know, social media is so oversaturated, so everybody's a makeup artist. Now, Lene, you're a great dope makeup artist. She's solidified.
Oh, she's dope.
But you know, everybody's a model now. Everybody's that. What is going to be the determining factor? We have a live call, guys. Hold on. I'm sorry. I have to take this live call.
Okay.
All right. Sorry, guys. Okay. Hey, live call. Did I miss it? Hello? Hey. Okay. Tell them to call back. Okay. Yeah, so sorry, guys. That was a live call, but as soon as it comes through, we're going to get it again, and we're going to take our live caller. So what is going to be, is it going to be some type of criteria? You know, does it have to be, you know, are they a startup? Are they emerging? Is okay, what is going to be to like, no, we don't want to deal with that project or that person? What is the criteria of what you will deal with? Sorry.
I think the first thing is, if we realize that there's no ego, that's something that we're big on, and just keeping the integrity of the projects that we do take on alive and well. Like you said, there are a lot of people who are doing a lot of things, and you know, more power to them. We wish everyone the best. But
yeah, we want justice in here. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So you know, startups. We're a startup. We understand what that means. But I think the first thing is that there's no.
Hey, we have a live caller. Sorry. Hey, live caller, what's up? Hey guys, what's up?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Hey, really good. Who's this?
This is Ross.
Hey, how are you, Ross?
I'm calling in just to say like I enjoyed the film that Justin produced.
Oh, thanks. Wow.
Thank
And
you,
here they are.
Yeah,
Which
so,
one?
all right. So I have a question. Are you guys gonna do a season 2?
For Remembering Wednesday.
Yes, for Remembering Wednesday. It was amazing.
Appreciate it, man.
That's
Yeah.
something we've been talking about, so we'll see. I think we should.
I mean, we're definitely gonna do a season 2. We have been talking about it and planning for it. So we will be going to the drawing board to actually start writing that probably within like the next month or so. Right now, we're just really focused on the projects that we have at hand right now. Producing this content is like really expensive, and we've been producing everything out of pocket.
Amen.
So we are
Donations
definitely
can
going.
be sent to creativetribe.com. And, you know.
So
Okay.
we're definitely going to start planning for season 2, and we are going to start planning it with a Kickstarter or a crowdfunding campaign. So make sure that you keep that support alive when it's time for us to, you know, ask for that money. But no, truthfully, in all serious, like we really appreciate the support for everyone that have been watching and supporting, and it's because of you guys that we are going to do a season 2 of Remembering Wednesday, and it's going to be so
you guys
dope.
kind of left us on the cliffhanger now. Okay.
Hey, Wiz and Charm, thank you for joining in peace.
Who was your favorite character?
My favorite character was I don't remember the actual name, but it was like the brother of the person who was killed.
Michael.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I said, once again, you guys kind of left us on a cliffhanger, and I was like, wow, like I wanted more. Like I wanted to see more, like these characters and stuff like that. It was just amazing and stuff. It was really good.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
for
so
calling.
much.
And we appreciate that. It's because of you is why we do this, and the calling is always like super groovy.
I just want you guys to keep going, and keep doing what you guys are doing because it's really good. It's amazing.
Thanks, Ross.
It's like positive and it's like a message behind you guys' stories and stuff.
Yo, thank you so much for that. Like,
Okay.
real talk. Like, I think you're like the first person that we've talked to in a little while to really give us, you know, such dope feedback on that. So we really appreciate you, and whoever you are on social media, make sure that you tag us so we can give you a shout out.
Thank you. Have a
All
good
right.
rest of your Saturday, man.
Bye.
All right, enjoy. Have a great day.
All right.
I'm looking forward to seeing season 2
Okay.
now.
Okay. I'm sorry. I almost cut you up. You done, Ross? Just want to make sure.
All right.
All right. I was like, okay. Okay, thank
Real
you.
quick, why don't you guys give us a synopsis of the movie?
Oh yeah, another show.
Okay, yeah,
Okay,
so Remembering Wednesday tells the story of 6 friends who come together to remember the life of a mutual friend after he dies. So it just takes place throughout the course of the day. These friends have not been around each other in years and years. So now them coming in this one small tight place of an apartment, we kind of have all the drama hit the fan. And then towards the end, we kind of find out, you know, one of them is not really a friend at all.
Okay, that's
So,
cool. And that was it. And to find out more, tune in.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
as creators, we don't give away all of the things. And guys, please call. You can call us at 917-727-8020. So make sure you call us. Call. We love talking. And just call us, 917-727-8020. So I think right now I am going to take let me take a short music break. This is DNAradio.net. Thank you, guys. Hey, we're still live, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the
Oh.
only thing. So be careful.
Oh, we're live on radio.
Yeah.
No. So we're live
Yeah.
on social media, but not on
And
radio.
I have made mistakes.
Oh, okay. Make sure you don't say the wrong thing. I just want to give a quick shout out real quick to a few people. Kendrell, what's up? I see you. Thanks for supporting. Jamel, what's up? I see you. I'm actually across the street from you right now.
That's amazing.
Kendrell, I'm across the street from you too, so I'm actually in the hood right now.
Hey, is that Kendrell who does the Sylvester?
Yes.
Kendrell, cool. I love Kendrell.
Kendrell who does Sylvester.
Okay.
So Kendrell, call in.
Love it. I love it. All his stuff.
Marquise, I see you. Thanks for the support, Black House. Who else is there?
And we dance here.
And we dance in this.
And Justice likes this is the unclean one.
So she's actually from my hometown, so I'm like so like happy like for her. Like,
okay. And
like
he was
Megan
just
is doing
saying
her
that
thing.
we needed
Can you put the number on?
more female rappers.
Yeah. So I think like right now what's happening with like female rap right now, it's sort of taking us back to sort of how it was in like the late 1990s when you had like It's Ladies Night.
Okay.
And the vibe is like it's like they're all like finally like coming together and like supporting each other.
You feel that, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Kendrell said Texas to him.
Because a couple of months ago it wasn't.
A couple of months ago
crazy.
it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't. But I think that but I think a lot of the issue, who is this? I think that a lot of the issue is that the big powers to be make it seem as if you can't have like two females who are like both like dominating the fucking industry. And so
and we're not gonna say no names, but the world was going crazy over someone a couple of months ago, and I'm like, dude, it's other female rappers out here, and they're coming. Just wait, they are here.
Damien, type in on Facebook the phone number just in case.
Okay. Hey guys, I'm gonna type in the phone number for you guys.
I pinned it. I figured out how to use this.
And you can. I'm gonna text it too. But
excuse me, one second. D, we have more time today, so we'll play the full songs. Okay, we have more time.
Play it. We're good.
But yeah, so it's I think that right now, like, it's a really like hot moment right now for like female rap music.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, I want like Beyonce to do like a song with Megan. Yeah, like she has to. It only makes sense.
With one of them,
like with
Frankie Beverly. So then both Beyonce and Frankie Beverly. The remix.
This is the remix.
Okay.
Who just said text me back? I said text. Kendrell, don't be coming on here with your little attitude. Okay. So
1 minute we'll be live again already.
We'll be live again in 1 minute, so you can call in 1 minute.
Where are your college kids at? You guys, what are you doing this Saturday? Where's Howard University?
Howard HBCU.
Yeah.
Okay,
hey, let's.
I'll cut the music.
Okay, cut the music, please. Hey, we have another live caller. Hey, who's calling? Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Kendrell. Can y'all hear me?
Hey,
Kendrell.
Hey, Kendrell.
Why y'all got quiet?
We said hey.
Like, y'all supposed to be saying hey. Thank you for coming. What's on your mind?
We're giving you the floor. The floor's all
Thank
yours.
you, Kendrell, for calling into. First of all, this is Damien for Film, Food, and More. And when can I get you on the show, Kendrell, to talk about some of the new stuff? I'm here in Harlem, and I'm trying to support everyone who looks like me, who's doing positive things. So let's talk about getting you on. All right?
Appreciate it, but let's talk about these guys
right here. Let's do it.
I just wanted to call and say, a lot of people y'all see there remembering when they show that they have put out, and y'all see the end product. But I'm so proud of these two guys because a lot of people don't get to see all the hard work that they do every day. Not only just trying to make the creative part, but the producing side of them sitting there editing and sitting there trying to get people to see it. And them trying to find the money and the financials to make this happen.
Amen.
That's a big task that a lot of people don't realize. And it goes unnoticed.
That's right.
So while y'all praising the actors, you should really be sitting there praising these guys and giving the opportunity to other people that look like us to be able to follow their dreams. So congratulations, guys.
Thank you, Kendrell.
Thank you for what y'all doing.
That was nice.
Thank you.
It's been nice. I can't sit up here and kiki with y'all. I go in the gym right now.
We appreciate you for calling. All right.
See you
okay.
at that party.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, so you at the dance party. Hey.
Okay. It's on.
Make sure that
It's
you
on
guys
live. It's
call.
on
We
live.
are
Tagged
live.
in.
We are taking telephone calls. We're just going to be shooting the shit and talking candid
Yes,
conversations
yes,
until the
yes.
next phone calls come
And
through.
you can call us at 917-727-8020. 917-727-8020. It's on all of our platforms already.
Nothing like hearing your vocal.
Absolutely. So we are totally back and we're live. So wow, and just as I'll call it Kendra who just called us. So everybody, so I see it on social media and I see it around and like everybody. Here's our phone again. That's another caller. We're just
We have a lot of callers. I didn't think we were going to have this many callers.
I know three. Like,
Hey guys, you're live. Who's calling? How are you? Welcome.
What's going on, Damien? What's going on?
Hey, what's going on? Hey, how are you, Wiz? What's up? How are you?
I'm tuning in out of town listening to you.
Thank you for supporting. I totally appreciate it. I have these two guys here. You have any questions for my guests? They are here. This is Garrick and Justice, and they are from Creative Tribe.
What's going on, man?
I was.
Okay. How did you start?
I stalked Garrick on social media until he took a meeting with me and we just discussed some creative projects pretty much about 5-6 years ago. So just use
That's
social
real.
media for what it's for, and it's to be social. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I told them kind of.
I gave you some value now, Joe, right there. Did you hear me?
Where are you, Wiz? What part of the country are you calling from, Wiz?
My people said they couldn't hear.
I'm in North Carolina right now. I'm in South Carolina
I
right
turned it up a
now.
You
little.
go visit Super Lover C. He's in Charlotte.
I need to hit to.
What part of South Carolina?
Charlotte.
Charlotte.
That's North
I
Carolina.
loved Charlotte. I was there the other day. Listen, hey, Charlotte, next time, like anybody from Charlotte, call me because I'm going to come there soon. I couldn't find anything healthy. I just found
You can't
Waffle
find
Houses
nothing.
everywhere. Charlotte, if anyone's in Charlotte, tell me where I can find a vegan restaurant
I
or
mean,
something healthy when I'm there.
I mean, I feel like that's down south, period. Because every time I go back home, like I come back and I feel like my waistline is like
Yes, that just
expanded.
happened. Oh no,
I ate all this
waistline
damn
expanded.
fried fish and everything.
Hey,
So,
Shauna.
Because where I'm staying at, I'm right by an RV. I'm right by a
they're
restaurant.
saying there's no volume on yours.
I'm by Waffle House. I don't see no vegan restaurants over here.
Yeah, you want to be
Do a Google search, Wiz. Do a Google search.
I did a Google search. No, sometimes forget the Google search. Does anyone live there can call us and tell us? You know. Thank you.
I just want to give you a shout out.
Thank you,
I'll
Wizard.
see you next week.
Yo, Wiz,
Okay.
Wiz, that's a business. You can open a vegan restaurant in North Carolina. There's none down there.
Wiz just told you what he's into. Wiz ain't, everybody don't want to be vegan. You know what I mean? Wiz said I'm next to Arby's and he can go down to his Arby's. All right. Wiz, thank you. Thank you for supporting, okay? Appreciate you.
Thanks, Wiz.
Okay.
Shout out to Charlotte.
Okay, thank you. All right.
So, Garrett,
Okay, I'm gonna go back line yours.
Garrett,
Okay.
what part of the country you're from?
So it's a little complicated.
There you go.
So originally, I was born in Los Angeles, California. And then when I was 3 months old, my mom sent me to live with my grandmother in Houston, Texas. So I was like back and forth from Cali to Houston up until I was 14, and then I went to Houston permanently. But Houston is pretty much always home and will always be home.
Is that the place Beyonce's from?
That's the place Beyonce's
yeah.
from, you know. That's the place.
We love
H-Town.
Beyonce.
You know, we went to the same church and everything.
I think it's valuable.
But yeah, so every time I go home, like I was saying, like I don't ever like it's no such thing as like healthy anything in Houston. Like you finna eat this barbecue, this fried fish.
I love how you
and-
said the fitness. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the South.
Yeah.
I love it.
But I mean, I've been in New York now for like 8 years,
Oh, you're a
and
New Yorker.
I'm a New Yorker now. So I've been here for like 8 years, and it's definitely grown me a lot as a person. It's grown me creatively. It's grown me as a man. And it's really opened up my eyes, I think, to a lot, because from me being down south, like it was very segregated. Like
In 2020,
I say segregated in the sense to where like I could easily just do me and not deal with anyone that I wouldn't normally see or I wouldn't normally associate with. Because what you do is you get in a car, you drive to where you got to go, and you're dealing with those people that you're going to go see. And so when I moved to New York, it was just so different because I was like, wow, like it's just a melting pot. And like I'm sitting on a train next to this homeless man and another man that works on Wall Street is like right next to me. So it just really opened me up.
And now to add to that, Garrett, not to cut you off, but just not even the fact of sitting on a train next to a Wall Street and a homeless person. Harlem now, there's projects across the street from $2 to $3 million apartments.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have people that situation like that. That's that has been so someone's always say the joke is once you see a Whole Foods coming up, be careful.
Right. A Whole Foods, Starbucks,
be careful.
Coffee shops of any type. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, so I don't know this area, but I think it's Edgecombe, the back of Edgecombe. Now it's like coffee shop,
Thank you,
little
Jamel.
lounge, and all of the above. So just Garrett told us his little start to LA and the Texas, and how about you?
Born and raised in New York.
He's a New Yorker.
I'm from New York.
Could I technically do this and sing it? Is it any infringement rights? I'm from New York.
30 seconds over.
Okay. From a music background, I have to remember
man.
that. Pay the artist. Alicia Keys, you still get the credit. Jay-Z, you guys still get the royalties. I just do that little thing. But thank you, guys.
Ask that BMIC.
We're all together, guys.
We're
That's
good.
why I get my royalty checks from them too. Hey, DJ Joey, what's
so
up?
let him finish his,
Okay, so sorry.
I'm just born and
Yeah,
raised.
he
New
said
York.
born and raised.
Born and raised in New
What
York.
borough? What borough?
Queens.
Queens?
Yeah.
Some people just give a little bit, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Some people want to be mysterious. I'm from born and raised, and that's just it. So I want to touch another thing because the show itself is Film, Food, and More. I want to touch on another thing that I like what Kendrell said. People don't even know. People have no idea what we go through as creators. So what I said about the oversaturation of the social media, I think you said it, Justice. Let everybody live. We love you. We love that. But like everybody's not a model. Everybody's not a film director. And it's okay. And you have no idea. You have no idea how hard this is, in what we're doing and what people are doing, and you see this, and so that's what I always big up. Like Kendrell said, the editors and all of that. I usually big up people coming from a music background first. People will see this artist, but a lot of these artists didn't create that track, and the mix is what makes the song. Like the mix and the edit is what made About Wednesday. So a lot of people don't know that they're steady bringing, and I say it all the time, and I know I ruffle a few feathers, but I'm okay. I'm all right with that. If you really know me, I don't mind ruffling a few feathers. But
shaking the table.
Yeah, without the editor, without the producer of that track, it's no track. Mm-hmm. There's no song. You'll go in and not to shit on artists that who are doing both of that, because there's some artists who go in and know their shit and they know what they want. But the majority of the time, the background, us people in the background artists who are killing those vocals and bringing those tracks to life, and an editor, just like in film, the music editor is the bloodline of everything, the bloodline of your short, of your film. My first short, I'll give it up to Katie and Mike Gonzalez, a husband and wife team. It was a marriage, so without them, the short wouldn't still be showing all around the country now that it is, but it was a marriage, and I had to learn that, because I remember, so the thing about tagging people, what was important, and even with Garrick and Justice, how he was like, hey, you have anything, for the promo that I can utilize for the show, instead of just thinking about himself. And that comes from not just your marketing background, from the heart as well, because some people be like, I'll just market us. You wanted to make sure that I also had a presence in that, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Some people don't. Some people don't. It's all about us, and we're here and we'll be here, and that was important, and that's a lot. In this business, we don't get that all the time. So I'm feeling the creative tribe already from our interaction. Yeah. How it was in our interaction up until this day for the live show has been nothing but positive, and that's so. So with the creative, is it a team yet, or so far? Is there any DPs, particular user, or everything's in house where you're doing everything now, and that's not that's on the table?
We have people that we can reach out to that we work with that, you know, if we have a project, we can always reach out to them and just, you know, see where they're at and they can come on board. So yeah, you know, we have an editor that we really like. We met a guy that's a great DP, a couple of them. So some of the actors we've already used twice for our project. So that just goes back to just building that tribe and being able to have access to that, like something with like the AT&T.
Hey, we have another live caller. They're loving us today. I don't know. It's just Garrick. They're loving Garrick.
They loving me. I mean, how can I put this on my Facebook Live?
Hey, what's up, guys? Live. Who am I speaking to? How are you? Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday, man. It's Jamel, man.
Hey, Jamel.
Oh, Jamel. Hey.
Yo, what up, Gary? Yo, I just wanted to say, just chime in a bit, just to say, I really, really do dig it. Like, I love this energy. I absolutely love, like, just the sense of community. And I just want to tell you, like, man, from the NC to the creators, I mean, y'all all creators, but what I really, really appreciate is about, like, one thing that you cannot just duplicate is authenticity. Either you have it or you don't. And it's just so refreshing. Like, this actually made my life to see people, to see our people, and to just see people, but just to see our people, you know, just represent so well and present so well. It is so refreshing, and the love is just it's beautiful. So I'm gonna stop there.
People love to hear those things.
And it's so true, and it's a rarity. It's a rarity, especially among our people, unfortunately. And I gotta say that because it is true, and we have to be honest about it. But I think it's a beautiful thing that when people come together and they use their gifts, talents, and abilities to lift others and to create community through story and through art. It's fantastic. So I'm gonna stop there. God bless you.
Thank you,
Jamel. I love you, Jamel. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yo, like, so my friends are so dope because first of all, I did not tell anybody to call.
No way.
So like,
you didn't slide anybody a couple.
I didn't slide nothing. Like, I had literally like just told him. I was like, I didn't like tell anybody like to call in today. So, so thank you guys so much for calling in. I think that's dope. And Jamel and I've known Jamel for a couple of years now, and from the moment that I met him, like, he's just always been the exact same person, like very supportive, very encouraging, and just non-changing. And so I just I really appreciate you for that. But to touch on what he said, like, I think as creatives, like, that's something that we have to realize is that our gifts and talents were not only given to us to feed ourselves and to showcase what we can do, but also to be of service to other people. Like, we save lives. We do a lot of good in this world if you use your talent for good and not just for your satisfaction. So I think being of service is something that we do, and that's something that we always talk about is, okay, like, how is this project going to help someone else?
Wow.
Like, what is the message that we're putting out in this project? Nothing feels better than us seeing, it's nothing that feels greater than for us to see talent who it's their first time doing anything. And they gave us a real opportunity to really shape their talent. And so I think that is, I think that's a part of why we do what we do, is to really help people find confidence in their talents, and so that they can also serve. So, that's what this is all about for us, is being in a position to serve. We have another caller.
Hey, we love.
I can't finish what I want to say, but come on, call it.
So on the hotline, it's not actually ringing. It's ringing there. Okay, yeah, it's like, dude, come on. Hey, so another thing I would like to know. So I know for myself as being a creator, a lot of people don't like to say it, and some people don't mind saying it. Like, who inspires you? For me, right now, you know who I'm inspired by? His name is Bradford Young.
Okay.
And Bradford is he's the DP, and he did Selma.
Okay, nice.
And I just love his lighting. So prior to that, I was just like, that was always something that I was inspired by. How about any inspiration from anyone here out here?
Now, I mean, I'm inspired by anyone that tries to do what they love and follow their passion. But if we're speaking of just names, I love Ava. I love her cinematic eye. Michael B. Jordan, I love what he's doing and the path he's creating. And of course, all of the greats that everyone's going to say, the Oprahs, So, but I'm really inspired every day to push myself and Creative Tribe Media by just the everyday people who are legit trying, because like we've all come to know that it is tough to do. So, yeah. What about you, Garrick?
So everything that you said is all dope. But no, for me, I am. So I've always, I've been a big Quentin Tarantino fan. So I've always been inspired by him. Just
Really?
Yeah, from being like a kid. Yeah.
Did you see the old Hollywood movie?
No, but I'm supposed to be going to see that today.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think right now, as it relates to my recent inspirations, I love indie. I love there's a lot of indie artists out there who I see, and you guys are doing some dope work, and it inspires me to be your peer. And so I think they're all dope. I am a really big fan of Jordan Peele. I love his mind. I love how Jordan Peele thinks.
We have another live.
Oh, okay.
Hey guys, what's up? Who's calling live? Hey, hello. How are you?
Good. I just wanted to talk to the Creative Tribe.
Okay, we are here.
What's your name?
My name is Brandon Prince from Iowa.
Hey, Brandon.
You said from Iowa?
So yeah.
Hey, Iowa.
What's up?
I just wanted to know what do we look forward to from the Creative Tribe?
What to look forward to? Well, we got the Ghosted short film that some people saw, but we are going to put it out soon. We're going to premiere it on our IGTV, the Creative Tribe Media Instagram page. We're going to put it there and have it on YouTube. So that's Ghosted, which is again what we won for AT&T. And then we have The Reading, which is a supernatural thriller short film. So it's a long project coming in about 25 minutes. So
we have to move over. We have a creative.
Yeah, we're in like a tight space. I'm trying to get everybody.
But we're making it work.
This is the okay. So,
yeah, that's why.
That's what we have coming up, and then of course the social media campaign called Create Now, which is going to I think be really great. It lines with everything that we have going on.
So how do you guys complement each other? Like who's more the writer, who's more the producer, who's more the director?
Well, I think equally we're both writers, producers. Garrick directs. I don't direct. That's probably later on. But yeah, we equally contribute to each of the projects that we do. That's how we complement each other. We both. I'm more laid back, and Garrick is more tense, which directors tend to be. So I think it balances out because we really understand each other. And when I need to step it up, he can, make me step up. And when he needs to bring it down,
that's so cool.
I can, tell him to bring it on down, like Candy says.
Bring it on down.
But yeah, I think so. That's how we complement each other.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we don't ever really approach any project thinking, oh, I think I'm gonna write more on this, or like, we don't do that. There have been situations where maybe it was something that I wrote more of, or he wrote more of, and then we presented it to each other, and then we sort of just bounced back and forth and was like, okay, like I like this part, but I think we need to change this. And we collectively work to parent what we consider our children, and each project we do is our baby, and so we work in the best interest of those projects. And so yeah, like I mean, we don't really come to the table with any ego about, oh, like I wrote more on this, or I had this idea. No, like it's like, hey, like this is the project, it's dope, let's do it. Let's work to the integrity of that project and make sure that we get it on to college and off to life. And so it can create a life of its own.
That term.
Because it doesn't happen all the time. Everyone wants that credit or that that name and to be the boss, so the CEO and everything like that. And it's just bring what you know and let's take it from there.
Cool.
Awesome. I applaud you guys wholeheartedly. I have one last question before I go. I'm actually watching you guys online. I would just ask, how do you guys feel about the upcoming movie Harriet, and do we feel that it's time to put an end to the slave movies?
Oh, Harriet. Yes.
No.
Yes. I'm gonna speak honestly on this. I am very tired of the slave narrative because we have so much history to us as Black people, and we know the slave stories. However, I think Harriet is a story that needs to be told. So I'm happy that they are doing it. I'm happy that Cynthia can never pronounce her last name. I'm happy that she's going to be portraying Harriet. I love the trailer. I love Janelle Monáe. She looks really good in that trailer. So I'm really happy that they are doing this project. But I really want us to, I would love for us to dig deeper into our history of who we are as Black people and stop making kids think that we started in slavery, because we did not start as slaves. So I'm just really I'm tired of that narrative.
But Garrett, that narrative is not really out there on a regular basis. What do we have? One Roots?
No, we had a lot of slave narratives.
You got research before you
interject. We have a lot.
It's a lot of slave.
Yeah, we have a lot of slave stories. Yes. We don't need no more slave stories.
There's a lot of it, but I think I used to think like this as well, and I was sick of seeing it. It's the difference of seeing it and it's being pushed by Hollywood so much versus original movie not really having that background. So now you think of what other alternative motives they have. But I think that it is still important. I think that we know that visuals is important and seeing it is important. And of course, we have generation after generation that needs to know it, because from knowing that is how we get better. But there is something to be said that a great
we need
movie,
the balance, though.
Yes, the balance.
Yes, it's no balance. It's either we're slaves or we're gangsters and we're thugs, or we're baby mamas, or we are these corporate bitchy people that can't keep a relationship. But it's no real balance as to any true positive history of who we are as Black people. And that's what I want to see more of. So if you do want to keep making slave movies, that's great. But hey, Hollywood, let's tell some of our other stories that we have that are just as important to our history as slave movies are.
Yeah, I love a movie about the Harlem Renaissance.
I would love a Harlem Renaissance movie.
Have that?
I'm pretty sure, but
Harlem Nights.
Well, we had Harlem Nights. I mean, I think we had the only movie that really spoke about our royal background and stuff was Shaka Zulu. I think someone is about to do a movie now. I think it's Chad Boswick is about to do some movie about
Viola.
No. It's not the Bible movie. It's another movie that they're in production. I don't want to speak much on it. I don't know exactly what it is, but I had read something where, I saw something online that he had taken a role to play some first warrior or something.
I know exactly what you're talking about. It's a working title for now. They just
it was something like that. I think
around that.
Yeah.
Cool. So I mean, to answer your question, I think the general thing is just balance that we need, and we need to push, and hopefully, other creatives and indie creatives out there notice that and they see that, and we just we bring that balance,
Thank you.
Thanks, Brandon.
Thank you.
We talked, Brandon.
You there, Brandon?
Did Brandon hang out?
Oh,
Brandon said,
"Hey, Brandon."
Thanks for calling.
Thank you, Brandon.
I have a question for both gentlemen. So, what inspired you guys to write Wednesday?
Wednesday?
Okay, well, so 2017, we had a conversation, and we, of course, like everyone else, is trying to get our names out there, and who do we pitch to, and what do we do, and how just we get in. And then the end of 2017, we just had an honest conversation of just what we want to do for our career. and we just said we have to do it ourselves. So we started out. We said, well, let's just do a
Amen.
web
To
series.
doing it
We
ourselves.
have the camera, we have the the writers. Let's
And we have
figure
the
it out.
brain.
Right, exactly. So from that conversation, it literally was just like, what could we do? We both are writers that like thrillers and like
Wow.
dramas and suspense. So we said, well, what can we do? And film.
And to add to that, just because I have to give this right there, we're both writers and creative. I'm charging you as well. We're both writers and creators who love the horror. So I was just recently out, and when I'm out and I'm pitching my stuff, they're saying things that they wish we do more of that.
Right.
Us African Americans, we don't do the sci-fi, we don't do the horror.
Right.
Even though the
There's
Jordan
some.
Peele did that, there's some of whatnot, but they just said that it's especially sci-fi.
Yeah.
So being that you said that just touched something
Yeah.
that was important. So right.
Yeah. So I mean, from there we just said, well, let's figure something out. When we first started, I was doing like this grand type of script, and again, this is where the collaboration comes in, and Garrick had to bring me down from thinking that we can
Garrick, you to bring her down there.
So we bounced back and forth, and I was like, it was like, we can't produce this, with what we have. So and slowly but surely, like, well, we just started bouncing off ideas, and even writing it, if you watched it, we touch on some subjects, suicide, and sexuality, and just certain things that one of Garrick's friends, I think, pointed out after they saw it, and we were just like, oh, we didn't even notice this,
Wow. Sometimes you don't, as a creator, you're like, oh, wow. Thanks.
Yeah, like, and so I think like that's the thing with us is sort of like we really just focus on telling the story. Like, there's no real like layout as to so we're gonna do this with this person and we're gonna do that. Like, we don't do that. Like, we just tell the story and we let the story just come alive in the best way that it will. So I think that is I think that's really important when working with somebody, because everybody has a different style of how they create. And we hear like so many people that's telling us about doing a storyboard and do this and do that. And we're like, we don't. Like, and I mean,
and it's okay. Do your story.
It's okay. Right. Yeah. It's nothing to that. But I just think everyone works differently. And so I think that's why we work together so well, is because we have a very similar style in how we work. And the good thing about us is that we both have two totally different backgrounds in terms of just life. Like, I've gone through some things that, he probably haven't gone through, vice versa. And so we bring that to the table.
And that's so important. That's almost like a pot of gumbo.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, please don't talk about no gumbo. Listen,
I forgot this.
I make some good gumbo.
You do? Do you really?
Absolutely.
Oh, God.
I got to bring your friends.
We got to see.
What's this?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Our technical guy is just like wearing me out, guys. Sorry, technical guy. Our technical guys are like an hour in, and he's,
the sound is
a lot.
Crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Sorry, guys. So yeah. Oh, but to go back to the question that you asked me before Brandon called, because I have to give my props to the people that inspired me. So like I was saying, Jordan Peele, I love how Jordan Peele mind works, and I think that for me and Justin, when we started to write together, our main thing was, hey, like, we don't want to tell just a story about love and relationships and drama, and like, we want to put a twist to things. So I think our mindset in terms of writing and just all these concepts, because remember Wednesday was just one concept we came up with that we chose to actually go with. But previous to that, like, we had came up with so many different like ideas and just crazy concepts.
And isn't that crazy as a creative? Like, because I go through that sometimes. Like, I call friends over for a round table because I'm like, I don't want to deal with it anymore. What do you think I should do? I can't.
I mean, but for us, it was what is going to be reasonable and tangible for us to do in a short period of time, because we gave ourselves a goal to have a complete 9-episode web series filmed and ready by like March, like post-production, like to go into post. So we had to really be very careful with what we chose to actually produce. But I mean, like, everything else that we have, I think people are really going to enjoy our short film called Ghosted that was written by Justin. and was my directorial debut. So I think Ghosted is a really good project that just really shows how he and I work together, because it was something that he just wrote it, and it was just like, hey, like, I wrote this project, let's do it. And I trusted him enough, and he trusted me enough to where I didn't really dive into the script much until probably like a few days prior to us filming it.
Wow.
And he trusted me enough to come on board knowing that, okay, I'm going to direct this as if it's something that I wrote.
And that's a lot to give. So almost like we utilize the term babies before in college. Yeah. That's a lot to give your baby over to someone, because a lot of times as a creator, although you're not directing it, in your mind, you know how you want it directed.
Right.
So to give it over to someone and give that that shows.
But then it also, your job as even writer, producer, director, and your whole team is, if I had something to say or wanted to, mention, he has, listening ears, and then he'll say, well, it would work or it wouldn't work. And then again, it's not hard for me to say, you're right. Like, in the same, it doesn't take long for me to see someone's point of view or point aside, or again, let it go and just trust that it would work, as much as I might think that I'm right. If I know his talent, and then vice versa, it's like, what, this is just one battle that, let's trust it and see. And we ended up winning. So
let's trust it. Right. So in regards of teams, guys, if you didn't hear anything at all during this live, hear that with a team, you have to get a tribe. We'll use tribe now, not just team. And I'm big on that. I'm big on relationships. I'm big on energy. And I'm just big on the right people and energies around me. I say that in every show. I'd rather be with a half of a person or one person than a whole sponsorship, than the wrong vibe and the wrong tribe. So that's important. So find your tribe, whoever you are listening to us, because I found mine, and it's not easy. Sometimes you'll go through things, you'll lose friends. But I say
we can actually talk about
that. And that's going to be that. We're going to go. So right now, guys, listen. We're the #1 internet radio station in the world, DNAradio.net. We play the best new music all day long. And every Friday is my show, 8 p.m. And every Saturday at 4 p.m. is Film, Food, and More with Damien. And at 5 p.m. we have Love Lust starring Red Spice. And at 6:30 p.m. we have DNAradio.net starring Rockman. And at 8 p.m. Venus and Mars starring Wiz and Charms. And at 9:30 p.m. we have The True School starring Nate Ski 225. You can call us live at 917-727-8020. And we also have listened to one of the really great things that DNAradio.net has is all 24-hour gospel radio station for you gospel fans and whatnot. So where could you hear gospel? And there's some amazing songs. I even listen, not just because I host the show here. So it's JesusOnlyRadio.com all day, every day, 24/7. Yes, 365 days a year, 24 hours, commercial free. How about commercial free? All right, so guys, let me take a short break, and I appreciate you guys for being here, and thank you for staying. But don't go anywhere, because we're still here pretty much live. We're just taking a short music break, and this is DNAradio.net, guys.
It's cool.
All right.
Do you have a charger?
Yeah, the charger. Yeah,
I want a charger.
Anybody want a granola bar break? I want
a granola bar.
Get a granola bar. I want a granola bar.
It's still on social media. Like, it's
hey, that's fine. Hey, social media, you want a granola bar?
Social media. Y'all get to see us live in action.
That's it. Granola bars are over there on that little chat table.
So how much longer are we on for?
We're gonna go a little longer. Let's do us a little longer.
Let's go. Yeah, I could run my mouth.
You could? So who kept saying that? Who am I talking to as I'm talking to text?
Both of us.
Okay, cool. All right.
Can I charge it somewhere? Oh, right here?
Garrick, what do you feel about the chucks? Everybody feels like they're so uncomfortable. I love them.
Because I'm live.
They get uncomfortable when you're like warm down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. So I gotta go off live? To charge it? It's fine. Garrick can go on live.
Hey, is this info anywhere else? We're on DNA out. You can go to Facebook at Andy Lee, DNA at Andy Lee. And we're gonna be right. Justice, you know what? We could actually. Are you gonna do yours live for 24 hours? I just see that option. How do we do that?
Pass it to me under here.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
No,
How do we do it?
Go
Like-
under. Go under. Go under.
Oh, under.
Yeah.
All right. You got it.
1 second. There we go.
Okay. Yeah. So
Where is the people's at?
Iris Films. Yes. So you can go on the Facebook at DNAradio.net, and we're also on Twitter. And thank you for
when
checking
you
in.
adjust your chair, you can adjust the
Thank you,
mic.
checking in. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Someone said earlier they couldn't hear me.
This is live radio.
Can you hear me?
No less than, as you know, 1 inch from the mic.
Oh, okay.
So when you're way back here,
Got
you're
it.
losing a lot.
Oh, I'm losing a lot. Okay. Got it.
Hey guys, I'm trying to make sure this goes 24-hour live, but you guys.
I think it stays
We'll
on
have
by
a
itself.
encore show. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll stay on.
It'll stay on.
Yeah.
I'm Garrick. Thank you.
How many songs were 1 or 2?
So Garrett, besides that, I'm excited to meet. So we got to meet out of this. I'm gonna meet one day for lunch, and I want to tell you about this project.
Awesome.
I think it'll be so dope for you guys to be a part of this with me.
You want 1 song or 2 songs?
Do one song and let me come back because I want them to talk about friends and stuff. Let's do that. 1 minute, and I'll
You want to
do
move
it.
this over more because it's not in the frame?
Yeah, it's not gonna be in as much as we want, but we're comfortable.
Can we talk about?
Yeah, we still talk about it. You didn't want that.
No.
What you want to talk about, Guy?
Can we talk about Ghosted and
Yeah.
the reading?
Okay.
Great now.
Oh, I actually see it a little more. Thanks for my technical. Oh, but see, no. See, that's when it doesn't work. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, let's talk about, we're still live, actually. Hey, guys. Yeah. Can you hear me? Are you hearing me? Okay. Yes. You say yes, Iris Films. Hearing me? I think you follow me. I've seen you like some things.
Oh, you know?
Yes, I've seen you like some things on Instagram and whatnot.
Tell them to call in.
Because it keeps freezing. Yeah, it's real time. That's what she said to me, Justin. She says it keeps freezing. Is it because we're in real time?
Maybe.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
the
service. We're on real time while the service, and you're welcome. And thank you for joining in and
Tell them to
supporting.
call in.
And call in if you want, Iris. Call in. Anybody who totally wants to talk to us live, call in. And I'm here every weekend, guys. I can't wait to showing you guys some live stuff, food, health, film. You can call us live at 917-727-8020. 917-727-8020.
On your camera, you got so much ceiling.
Okay.
You want to come down?
You know,
There's
917.
too much
You know,
ceiling.
so again, you can
No,
reach
no,
us at
the camera. You're showing
917-727-8020.
too much ceiling. You might want to get more.
Do you
setup
guys
lighting.
know?
You guys?
I can probably.
Yeah. So Iris, I think it keeps
Can you work
freezing.
it? Like, you know?
I think it keeps freezing because of this. And it's the internet service, I believe. There's something going on here. So yeah, that's what it keeps freezing. I'm sorry it keeps freezing. That sucks. But I appreciate that you're there and you're hanging in and staying there. So yeah, guys, yesterday was Whitney Houston's birthday. And as soon as we come back, even though Justice and they're gonna talk about that, I just have to give that like as a tribute and whatnot.
Oh, that's not right? That's not going nowhere live?
I may see.
What you going to what show? Are we on? I think we on.
We are back.
Oh, okay. Come on, Bo.
We are back. So guys, guess what? We're here for Film, Food, and More with Damien, and I'm Damien, and this is Garrick, and that's Justice. And they are with Creative Tribe. But guess what? I wanted to share this, and I had this whole big plan, but I was filming this morning and working on a project, but I had this whole plan that I was going to do a Whitney tribute today, and I couldn't. So, guys, she's here in the spirit, and we'll make something. She's definitely here. But I want to give my little Whitney story, and I do it all the time, and I'm going to share it every year. And for some of you who know me, you've probably seen the story before, but I got to work with Whitney in her studio, her home studio in Mendham, New Jersey. The town was called Mendham, New Jersey, way out there in New Jersey. And I don't remember this guy's name, but he doesn't have a job anymore. But I'll tell you what happened. So I'm out there working with Whitney, and I'm this, younger dude back then and whatnot. Pretty much had my start in music then. And I went out there, and the goal was to work on some music for a girl group called Sunday that she had been working with. So I'm in Mendham, New Jersey, and had to get back to New York to get home. The driver that Whitney hired, I believe he was hired by, her corporation or the production company. he was supposed to take me back to New York City. He didn't. And in Jersey, you know, there's a lot of stops out there in Jersey where they have these rest stops. I don't know if you guys ever seen it. So
Roy Rogers. And
yeah, he dropped me at this stop that I was supposed to wait for a connecting bus to go to New York. Didn't know this connecting bus, didn't know how to get to it. Guess what? There were no more buses. So I stayed out there the whole night. This is pre-Instagram. This is and I just stayed there, and I just come from a praying nana and all of the above, and I just stayed there, and I just until the sunlight came up and until it was time to catch another bus. But so you get back. So I got back to Whitney the next session, the next time. I don't remember what the time was. It may have been a few weeks later, but the next time we had to get back in to work on the song. And she asked me, she said, how was everything when I come out to get back? And I told her the truth. I didn't know that, you know, she was going to embrace me as she did. But when I told her the story, she said, so he didn't take you all the way back? And she was like visibly like annoyed at it. And so the moral of the story was, when Whitney says take that guy all the way back to New York, take him all the way back to New York, he had no job. She said, I'm paying him. You know what I mean? He was supposed to take me back. And you stayed out there all night, just like that baby by yourself? You know, and I was like, yeah. She was like, you could have called me. You could have came back here. So so that's my Whitney story. And I'll never forget that, because a lot of the times we all hear the bad stuff and we see those things and people post those pictures. That's one thing I never do. I always make sure I don't post the pictures of her in the addiction, because that's not the Whitney. That's not Whitney. If you have a family member, if you have people around you, the person that you see in that addiction, that's not the person who you know and love. That person they're gone for a while until that addiction, or until they can change that addiction. So that was my Whitney story. But we are back, and we are back live, and my guest is Garrick and Justice, and they are at our Creative Tribe.
Hey.
And we're going to talk about Garrick had something that he wanted to talk about, and I'm here for it.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, so I was just saying, just to go back to the conversation, I think about when we were talking about how you build your tribe and really making sure that you're working with people that's working with the best integrity for your project. I think that that's something that's very important. And I think that sometimes, like, you can't work with your friends. Just because you and your friend like share the same interest in something,
because y'all both like pickles.
Yeah, right. So I think that so I think that it's very important that you make sure that you're working with people that have a passion to truly work with you, that has a passion for the project, that's coming to the table with no egos, that's not coming to the table trying to work on your project because they want to be famous or because they want credit and they want their names on everything. Like, you truly have to work with people who are saying, hey, like, I want to do this just because I think that it's dope.
And I believe in you.
Yes, and I believe in you, and I'm going to ride it with you the whole ride. Like, I'm going to ride it with you. So I think that when you are working with friends, like, you have to make sure that you're working with people who are not just your friends, but people who are passionate about what they do and who's also talented in what they do. A lot of people hire people because of talent first. I would never hire anybody for talent first. I'm going to hire you for passion first, because I want to make sure that you're going to come to the table and you're going to be passionate
and not
about
just for
what
that
we're
paycheck.
doing. Exactly. A great thing that I can use is my good friend Kendrell, who just called, right?
Hey, Kendrell.
So Kendrell has his talk show, the Happy Hour Guys, right? And
where could they find that? The Happy Hour Guys?
YouTube.
Yeah. You can go on YouTube and type in Happy Hour, and I think on Instagram, their Instagram is like the Happy Hour.
Okay.
But when Kendrell first came up with the concept, I remember we were both on the phone at night talking about it, and it was an amazing idea, and it was definitely something that I wanted to be involved in and something that I wanted to help him produce. This was around the same time that we started to work on our show, and I had to come to him as a friend and say, hey, look, I love the idea. I love the concept. I love what you're doing. I know I told you that I was going to work on this with you, but I'm not going to be able to devote myself to your project and my project. My project has to come first. So, and he respected that. He was like, yo, like, I get it. Like, I don't want anybody working with me who's half-stepping. Yeah. So you have to have respect for the person that you're working with enough for, if it's not working out, just say, hey, look, like, I know I told you that I was going to work on this with you, but, you know, it's not working out for me. I don't want to, like, come to the table and not bring my all, so I have to back away from this project. Wow. And trust me, like, that will save a relationship. I mean,
that's actually a true friend.
Yeah.
To say that I can't do that's the friend you keep.
Yeah.
Opposed to getting angry like he don't want to do. That's the friend you keep.
Yeah. You know, so I think that that's just very important, because a lot of people lose friends in this creative stuff, man, because people have their own motive and their own intentions when they come to a project.
And some people can't take your growth. Some people can't take the things that you see all these memes all over the internet and everything. There are some people that will support, and you know that meme that goes around, will support a total stranger before they support you. Or these social media stars with 10 million followers, and I don't name them because I'm not dogging anybody out. Do your things, billionaire, whoever you are, but you don't know them. And guess what? Chances are you may never know them. You know me. You know Creative Tribe. You know whoever. Me, I'm just utilizing us. You know the girl down your block who's a party planner. You know the girl on your block who bakes great cakes. You understand? You know these people, whatnot. And it kills me sometimes when I see the social media and I'll see these people hitting up or either, doing these things. We need to tell them to call out R and won't support their own. I'm a supporter, and I always tag and I post in my post, if you support me, I support you, and anyone will know. I'll come to your baby shower in Jerusalem. You know what I mean? And I'll come to your thing, but you don't always get the support. But what I will say in that, I'm one of those personalities that can deal with it. It's okay. Don't call, don't see me, don't support. I'm okay. A lot of people take that and internalize it. I'm one of those friends that's totally okay with it. Like, I'm totally okay with it, because this is what I will do. So not to be like a hard ass about it or like I don't care, but I'm the one that then I'll put that energy into the person who's supporting me. I'll put that energy to the person who's loving me. I'll put that energy in the person who's coming out. I'll put that energy in the person who's liking it and saying congrats, or where could I find this online? That's who will get my energy.
You can get that energy, but I think it's also important to realize that your dream is your dream.
That's it.
And because I used to be that way, you internalize it. Your dream is your dream. Everyone else have their own dreams. So if anyone does internalize it, and I'm not getting support, and they're posting about, you're not supporting me, that's okay. And it doesn't mean that your friends are not friends. It doesn't mean that they are bad people. You just have to realize that life gets in the way a lot, and there's some people that can go out and follow their passion and deal with the ins and outs of life. And there's some people who are just trying to make it, and that's perfectly fine. And you wish them the best. You don't have to drop someone if they don't share your post. You don't have to drop someone if they don't like a status or say congrats. I keep coming out. I don't know,
keep coming out, right? We need you in, because you dropping gems. We want you in.
No, but I mean, I think it's important, just because you might lose a good friend, or you think about how life continues to go. There's no pause button. There's no stop. So if you lose out on a good friend who maybe at the time when you were doing a project just wasn't in the right mental space, or whatever it is, they might be liking their favorite singers or whatever. That's just because that's who they like, and that's what they see. It takes a while for our people that grew up with us, that did everything with us, and they party with us, and they have fun with us, to accept that we are doing different things. So until strangers recognize your wins, that might be what it takes, and it doesn't mean you go back and say look what I did, and haha, you didn't support me. It just means that you're trying to handle what life is giving you day by day. There's people that can go home and I can like that and share it, and think of that. And the people that don't, it doesn't mean that, again, they're not bad people. But I think it's important to realize that your dream is your dream, and you can't count on other people to do it, even if it's strangers or family or
whatever it may be. And your dream is your dream. And guess what? For anyone who knows me, I will never ever give up on this dream. So I'm here for the ones who support and whatnot. I'm going all the way to the wheels fall off.
Right.
And if you guys need to call in, we're at 917-727-8020, 917-727. And a couple of minutes ago, we had a hotline. I wanted hot again. Call us back. Right. So wow. So it's just, that was really, really cool. Here's a list of, I usually go over some things, the 10 best film festivals for upcoming filmmakers. Maybe we can just talk about it. What do you guys feel about film festivals? What's your experience, and who do you think, what is cool? What's out?
I think festivals are great. I think you have to be important. You have to do your research before submitting and paying money. We did one and we got accepted to one. I don't really care to name names, but we didn't hear any communication back from them. We left reviews, we sent emails, like what's going on. Nothing came from it. But then, of course, like you said, there's the ABFF and obviously like Sundance.
That makes it all better.
That makes sense because you don't want to do a festival just again.
So you've had that experience too. I've had an experience where I had accepted to the festival. I get their technical difficulty. My film was never shown. Never reached back out.
Yeah.
Never rectified and fixed that issue instead of saying that none of the above and whatnot. And they're right here in my hometown. If you're looking and you're listening, but it's okay, because outside of that, the dope projects and all the other things that I have going on kind of made me be like, you know what, dude, get back home and get to work.
Yeah, of course. And then you have festivals that just, I think they all mean well. And then it's important to see. I think festivals should definitely do what they can to benefit the indie filmmakers that's coming through looking for entryway, and it's not thanks for coming, thanks for spending money, not going away, but kind of a plan. But again, it's what you make it. So it's a network
what you make
to meet the right people. I think festivals are definitely obviously important.
And if you guys are in the DC area next week, I'll be screening at the DC Black Film Festival. It's going to be at the Miracle Theater and at the Mayflower Hotel, and it's December 15th through the 18th, DC Black Film Festival. You can look online. They're on Eventbrite. You can purchase tickets. If you're out there, come say hey to me. If your energy is really good, that's real important to me. I'll always say that. I know that sounds
I'll bring that back.
But if your energy is good, that's the only people I want to come up to me and say hey. That energy is good. Come up and say hey, and let's talk and let's have a good time. And the Q&A will be following. So I'm excited to see you guys there and talk during the Q&A. And if you guys have any questions for my guests at 917-727-8020, call us in. And, we're going to be here for a few more minutes more. But these guys are here, and they're awesome to come share their time and their knowledge and their brains and their good energy with you on this Saturday. We're all about good energy here.
Yeah, for sure.
And remember what Justice said. I'll probably put that on a t-shirt. Justice, do I have to give you
something?
Oh, Jesus. Okay, he said something. All right, well, something. All right, because that was so dope of him, and I'm real for that and whatnot. So over my bed, Justice, you know what I have? I have a huge photo. It was a huge photo frame, but then I just blew up the words focus because I want that to be my daily mantra every day, focus. And so that was that. But so what Justice said was, your dream is your dream.
Yeah.
If you wake up and live with that, you probably wouldn't. Because have you ever seen social media, that friend is ranting and raving? Well, I have this and nobody support me. I don't have time for that. You don't have to support me. I'm hitting up the person who support me and be like, girl, thank you. God, thank you.
Right.
I don't have no time. I don't even notice the people who don't support. I don't even care. I don't even notice you.
And I get it, because you just think that when you start something, you think about the family reunions or a birthday party. So, you have 30 friends that go to a birthday party, and then, hundreds of family members. You'll think as soon as I need something, but
imagine.
Again, you don't know what it is that
you don't know what.
I'm sure they're proud of you.
What do you have to say about that?
About support. Yeah. So.
All right. Sorry.
So. I think this is a very interesting topic, because I remember when I first started out and we did another project. I was one of the people that was always ranting and raving about people not supporting me and all of that. But I think that project really prepared us for Remembering Wednesday, because I remember talking to Justin. He was like, what if nobody watches it? And I was like, Justin, it will find its audience. So it was cool. So I came into it this time around pretty much like you now, just really just like, yo, like, I don't care who supports me or not, right? And so I went on a trip with my cousin. I won't say her name. She probably would care about saying her name, but I ain't gonna say it. But
hey, cousin.
I went on a trip with my cousin, and she was like, "Oh, so I thought you had like a show or something that was out. Like, it's something going out." And I was like, "How don't you know what I have going on?" And she made a really good point though. She was like, "Well, you know, I don't watch TV and all that type of stuff." And so, to me, like, because at first I was kind of like, how you my cousin, but you don't know like what I got going on and like all of this. And so when she made that point, like, hey, like, I don't watch TV, like I'm not a TV person. I'm not into like shows and like all of that. But like, I'll share it for you, but I don't know what it's about. I'm not gonna watch it because that's just not what I do. So it kind of goes to what he was just saying. Like, I think that we have to remove the expectation that everybody is going to support you, because if I have a family member or person who simply like, hey, like, I'm not into TV, like, I'm not gonna watch TV, I don't have time to do that type of stuff, I can't expect for them to do it just because it's my project. You're not entitled to anything from anybody.
Right.
And so I think that we have to separate ourselves from ego when it comes down to support.
Yeah.
Because that's what makes us upset. That's what really hurts us, is when people don't support us and stuff. It's because it has bruised our ego, because we think we're supposed to get that type of support. And you're not supposed to get anything from anybody. You're not entitled to anything from anyone. No one owes you anything other than what you paid them for. That's the bottom line.
Hey, Irish Film. So it's a question here from Irish Film. She just wants to know, when did you guys start your filmmaking journey?
Well, from the previous project that Garrick we had, I came
2013.
On. Yeah, it was popped in. And then again, like, things goes on, so it's just trying to figure out ways to do it until, like I said, in 2017, when we just had the conversation to just start creating our own money, which has been, I mean, we had a solid year. So I mean,
yeah, we had a really good year. I mean, yeah, for this to be our first, like, it hasn't even made like a full year.
Wow, that's a blessing.
Yeah, and so for this to be our first year, like, we really have to count our blessings, because we have connected with some of the most dope creative people. We have built a supportive system. So people that are following us on Creative Tribe, we really appreciate you guys. Back to the support thing. My Garrick approved. No, because I think this is very I think this is very important. Like, I think like people really get in their feelings about this type of stuff, and so like, it can really discourage people from continuing to do what they have to do. And so I know, like, for me, right, so I have another social media account that I have deactivated because it was like, I could post a picture of me and it would get 400 likes. I post a picture of something that I'm working on, it gets 3, 4, 5 likes.
Right.
And so it just got to the point where I was just like, yo, like, why am I continuing to post on this page to these people that's not really supporting me, when I have a whole other social media account with people that follow that account simply because they support Creative Tribe? So I had to deactivate that and really focus my energy on Creative Tribe Media, because I'm just like, yo, like, I want to be around people that are supporting me. So if you don't feel support, it's okay to disconnect and remove yourself from a situation and focus on the people who are supporting you.
Thank you, Irish.
There's nothing wrong with doing that at all. And so for me, I think this is a very interesting topic, because a lot of people get discouraged and people tend to stop creating because they feel like they don't have that support.
Wow. And
so you can't do that. Like, you have to find those people who are supporting you, or truly, you don't got to find anything. They're going to find you. All you got to do is do the work and just put your energy into those people who are calling you, who are commenting on your social media. Like those are the people that you want to stay connected with.
And again, that goes to, I'm gonna just keep throwing this in here. Don't put the energy in, because I've heard this conversation. I just had like a meeting with a couple of people, and they were just like, well, my cousin or somebody or the girl or my friend, I see her liking. I was like, girl, don't focus on that. Right. How about that person who just hit you up and said, wow, what you working on next? Hit her back up and thank you for support. Yeah. That's who you worry about. Yeah. Don't worry about that friend who's lurking and not supporting you or liking. They don't matter. That's what I always say. They don't matter to people who don't support you.
Quick question.
Yes.
Which social media platform is the most successful for you guys? Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat?
Hey, Iris, I see. Instagram. That's why you just started a separate.
Yes. Instagram, yeah.
At Creative Tribe.
Yeah, at Creative Tribe with 8. Not an 8.
8. I saw that was all creative.
Our Instagram has been very good to us.
I'm stepping on Garrick's chuck under the table.
One at a time.
Our Instagram has been, so we've had a really good Instagram support. Our Instagram is connected to our Facebook, which is also Creative Tribe. So anything we post on Instagram, it goes to Facebook. Yeah. We have a lot of engagement on Facebook as well. We are about to run a social media campaign that's going to get all platforms from Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. So it's good that I see that we're doing this on YouTube, because I didn't even know that you could do this on YouTube. So yeah. But I mean,
actually, YouTube was first, and Facebook.
Yeah.
Bunch of followers.
Right. But I think that social media is really important, and I think that finding someone who really knows how to work social media is really important. Wow. Because social media is a job in itself, and you really have to know what you're doing. Otherwise, you'll get discouraged from doing that too. Yes. So I think I think that you really have to put time and energy into your social media. Just because you post something online doesn't mean that people are going to find you.
But what I'll say with the creative, Charlie, at least you post like good stuff. When you do post, that one good thing is good. I have one person tell me, well, you post all the time. I said, well, this is what I do. Yeah. This is my life, and this is I'm posting. The healthy food is important to me. Yeah. You know, I don't know what else to tell you. And the things that I'm posting, this is my life.
Yeah. Somebody wrote that on your thing, or they spoke to you about it?
Yeah, it was just like you post a lot. I was like, have a good day.
Yeah. Some people just don't like social media. So some people they wouldn't get that what you're trying to do versus someone that just maybe have it to stay connected, and
they don't get it, or whatever, to stay connected. And what they don't realize, this social media and this Instagram is my new marketing 101. All right, so just to say, when people are always, now we'll go back to rappers. Remember when we were talking about the rappers and what you appreciate now, Garrick, that's coming back and whatnot. I won't bring up names, to compete, but I will say in Little Kim's defense, everybody's always saying about and watch how you say about Has-Been. These are legends, and these are people you pay respect. Little Kim is pre-Instagram. Little Kim was here when there was nothing but Right On magazines and a couple of other little things. I don't know if it was MySpace or whatever. So watch what you say about legends and whatnot. Of course, these rappers that you idolize, a lot of people have all this because you see them in your face 24/7. They are plastered in your face. You have more access and whatnot. But don't forget, Little Kim and these people are icons to wherein she can come out and do songs without any other music out. She doesn't have to put out another song, and the hits that she have, a promoter will pay her to just come do those songs.
That's just the culture we live in now when it comes to just our artists from the past. And I'm big fans of some old school artists that now you really gonna do.
Yeah, but when
they know their audience, they know their, they still out here doing it.
When you see some of these comments or what, like Has-Been, I'm like, Has-Been, you got promoters that these people are working. These people are working.
And that's the difference, I think, between what we have now versus back then, because back then, we didn't have social media. So they really had to get out there and work to do them record sales. They had to be on tours. They had to be
in-store record promotion.
Everything. So they had to be out there working their ass off. So when you see people like Michael Jackson, Mariah Carey, who's his favorite, who sold all these crazy records, it's like these people did all this.
Put some respect on their name. That's it.
It's like when we talk about them, these people did all of this without any viral anything. It was like you really had them going from country to country, from state to state, from city to city, tours. Like
sometimes not sleeping literally, because I did that. That was another part. I worked with someone, an intern. So starting out my day one music, a lot of people, even now with the film world, they'll be like, well, I don't want to do that. I just read something really, you said Ava DuVernay was one of your favorite. I just read something that she said the other day. Start small. You got people who come in and they'll be, if you have to be a gaffer on a set, or I've worked in sets. The first person that I have to big her up and to give her this, her name is Tracy Moore Maribel. She started out as a casting director. Now she's an acting coach to the stars.
Nice.
Tracy is the first person who gave me my, professional job in the world. It was like for a Spike Lee New York Times commercial. And ever since then, she just saw something in me that day. I was just a person who came as an extra. I didn't even know her. And Tracy was like, "You want a job?" and that was so big up to Tracy Moore Maribel. She's an acting coach and she teaches and she's on Facebook. Tracy Moore, her acting is called The Spirited Actor. And thank you, Tracy, for all the help you've done for me and that.
So we have a lot of aspiring artists out there who might want to be actors, extras. Could you guys explain some of those terms you mentioned, gaps?
Okay. Well. So I won't even go into that. And no disrespect, I love you. Oh no, not even briefly. We're in the world now where you Google things. And if you want that,
but it's not like
this
is from a professional like you guys.
Not even a professional. If you want that, you have to want and you have to research and do your research. No freebies. Do your research for that. Because the new generation is kind of lazy with that and whatnot. If you want to know that and you want to be in these terms and be in this business, you have to do the work. You have to do the work.
I'm from the school of each one, teach one.
And I heard that. But to give those terms, guys, I love you all to break down those terms in the terms. That's a lot in those terms. But what I can tell you that we're in the era now. You Google it so you can know your business, and it's no excuse now because it's there. So if you want this, you Google, you go on the sets, you go to the Barnes and Nobles. You don't even have to purchase these books. I've been in Barnes and Nobles and I've seen people sit there and read it. So that's how you get that information. You want it. We are in it. It's like the information is thrown down this generation's throat. You have people on social media. You have places on Facebook who. You can Google something. What was it the other day I seen? Learn how to do filmmaking. All kinds of stuff is out there. So honestly, that's where it's at. That's where you will find that stuff, and you will get, this world of information that's there. But if someone would like to call in, I will totally not answer that. We're here for that. But as far as just explaining, like, and giving a synopsis of all of that, you can call us at 917-727-8020.
Let me play the devil's advocate. So do you believe in the theory of meet them dumb, keep them dumb?
No, I don't believe in that, but I believe in sometimes you have to make people work for something. It was something that we touched on earlier. You got to put the work in. Sometimes you can't just feed. Sometimes you feed a person. They say, what was it? It's a saying, you feed a dog today.
If you give a man a fish, he'll eat for one day. If you teach him how to fish,
Thank you, Garrick. Garrick is my friend. Right. I'll teach you how to fish. I'm teaching you how to fish. Google filmmaking, filmmaking life. Want to be a filmmaker, and it will all come down. And if you want, you can call in right now at 917-727-8020, because I'll have my guests here for a few more moments. But if you have any questions for them and regarding their project and regarding the Creative Tribe brand, that's what we're here for today, and we'll do the 101 gaffer another day. But today is Creative Tribe.
Yeah.
How you guys feel? So what we're going to do real quick is we're going to take another commercial break. But let me tell you these things right now. So we're the #1 radio station in the world, DNAradio.net. We play the best new music all day, every day, 24/7. Our live shows every Saturday starts with myself, Damien, film, food, and more at 4 p.m. 5 p.m. we have Love and Lust starring Red Spice. 6:30 p.m. we have BUBUNation.net starring Rockman. At 8 p.m. we have Venus versus Mars starring Wiz and Charms. And at 9:30 p.m. we have The True School starring Nate Ski 225. And every day, 24-hour gospel radio station, JesusOnlyRadio.com, all day, every day, 24/7. Yes, it's 365 days a year. Yes. 24 hours, commercial free, no commercial, absolutely no commercial, no infomercials, JesusOnlyRadio.com. And right now we are going to take a radio break, a music break.
Woo. Very cool.
So yeah, so we're good. We're pretty much, yeah. I'm gonna be able to talk, so I'm gonna take off live. All right.
One second.
Okay.
Check this camera.
Okay.
Yeah, we have to roll. Yeah.
Oh, you have it rolling. No, we have everything.
Oh, no. I was saying we have to roll. We thought we was going to be here until like 5:15. I was supposed to have a movie situation going on.
Oh, no. You have it right there. It's close. You have me all close. That's why I'm like,
Well, no. I mean, so it looks like it's close,
It's not.
but you're good.
It's not.
Okay,
you got all the pores and all
Am I even in it?
Yeah.
No, you want to just keep sliding over.
I think
yeah.
I just naturally.
I know.
I'm left-handed, so I'm always like.
For real? Oh, you are left-handed? I just met another left-handed. Let's say something about you guys. You were extra smart.
Creative.
Really?
Really extra smart.
I
Yeah,
wonder how
left-handed
to
than
do that.
creative.
Left-handed people are smarter than right-handed.
I didn't say smarter. I just said that like they're known to be creative, like Oprah.
So we're gonna go offline. We're gonna go offline. I'm gonna go offline.
What do you mean?
Go offline.
Social media?
I'm gonna just go on radio.
Okay, do something. Just save everything, please.
Hmm?
You gotta save everything. So we can say-
How do you say it?
Then ask you a question.
Hey, thank you guys for really going in live with us. Appreciate you guys. Say that.
One second. I didn't stop it. You know how to stop Facebook? You know how to stop it? You know how to stop
No, you just go in live.
it?
Right there.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I have
Yeah.
my glasses on. Thank you. And then you actually save it too, right?
I don't know. I've never been on
Yeah,
Facebook.
right. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
okay.
And the same thing with YouTube.
Oh.
So I don't want
Okay.
to squeeze it. Where's the, you guys know how to stop in stream?
I see in stream.
Yeah.
I think you just did it in live.
Yeah.
You just did it in live.